how many of y'all are familiar with King Randall? Now, this guy, I think he's in the Metro Atlanta area. He does a lot of work with young black boys. And what he does, and now, listen, shout out to him. Let's go ahead and give him a horn. He does a lot of great work with young black boys, and I watch him, and I follow him on social media, especially Instagram, New Emerging King. He does a lot of great work with young black boys. And he teaches them things like trades, manners, etiquette, all of that type of stuff. Recently, he had a video where he's kind of like demonstrating how a person should act, especially a young black person, how they should act when they approach or whenever they're being pulled over by the cops. He did that video on Instagram and he got a lot of backlash. Not from white people, but from black people. And they have said some abhorrent stuff about his video demonstrating on how black men are supposed to conduct themselves during a traffic stop. A lot of y'all saying one. Let's do this. We're going to play this video because I want to make sure that we get all the context. Now, this is the video here. And we're going to play this, and I want y'all to let me know, is there anything wrong? I'm just going to let it play in full. I'm not even going to stop it. And at the end, I want y'all to let me know, is there anything wrong with this video?
Doing good. First thing I want to do is already have my stuff ready, okay?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to get to the freaking car, and when he gets to the car, you got to go fumbling around looking for stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Why don't we want to fumble around looking for stuff? Exactly, they're gonna feel unsafe. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So regardless of whether they should or shouldn't feel unsafe, that makes somebody feel unsafe. You fumbling around because things happen, right?
Yes, sir.
So when they get there, the first thing you want to do is already have your license ready and have your hands on the steering wheel. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Have your hands on the steering wheel. Why?
Because before they don't think you reach for nothing.
So you're not reaching for stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. And another thing I want to do, I'm gonna let all my windows down. Okay, I ain't got nothing to hide, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm gonna let all my windows down in the car, and if it's nighttime, I'm gonna turn the car light on so he can see everything in the car, right?
Yes, sir.
Why am I doing that?
So he don't think you trying to hide nothing or somebody trying to hide something for you.
Exactly. Everybody feels safe, right?
Yes, sir.
So we already starting the stop off great. He probably in a good mood that I done let the window down. I done turned the lights on. He probably in a better mood now, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So boom, he gonna come to the car. Yes, sir. All right, cool. So he gonna get my license. He may or may not go back to the car, which they usually do. They're gonna basically check your name, see if you got any warrants, if your license suspended, blah blah blah. But you sit tight and just wait for him to finish. Good?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. He's coming back, bring my license. He's probably gonna give me a ticket for not having my seatbelt on. Now, what's the wrong thing to do if I'm getting pulled over and he come up to the car?
Run.
Nah, what run? We're not gonna run. And what's another thing we're not gonna do?
Talk
back, cussing, talking smack, all that stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
We're not doing none of that number if we get pulled over. We're not talking smack, we're not cussing, we're not telling them what our rights is, blase, blase, blah. We're not doing none of that. You understand?
Yes, sir.
We're trying to get home, and he trying to get home. Cool?
Yes, sir.
So we're just trying to make sure everybody stays safe, because if we start talking smack, now what if he decide not to give me a ticket because I was being cool and I let my windows down and all that, right?
Yes, sir.
But if I decide to, well, I had my seatbelt on, I just took it off when you came up here, he gonna get upset, right?
Yes,
Because he
sir.
know you lying. So the best thing to do also when you get pulled over is to tell the truth, right?
Yes, sir.
Another thing you don't want to do, if you look inside my truck right there, what I got like on my windshield right there?
Headlight.
It's a dash cam. It's a dash cam. You don't want to, if you can encourage your mama, or whenever you get a license, you want to make sure that you have a dash cam in your vehicle as a second precaution. So for insurance purposes, get in an accident, you want to have an inside and an outside dash cam. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you keep that in your vehicle. We good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now let's say he has to pull me out the car.
Could you step out the car for me?
Is there a reason I need to step out the car?
The license came back suspended. So could you step out the car for me?
Okay. Your license come back to stick suspended, you gotta step out the car. I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, ain't no way. No. Just go ahead and do it. Good?
Yes, sir.
Why we ain't arguing with him?
Because he literally.
We gonna make him mad. We might just escalate the stop. You understand?
Yes,
All
sir.
right, the license could be suspended. Now he can say he smelled marijuana, right?
Yes, sir.
If he says he smelled marijuana, there's nothing that you can do about it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Get out the car. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If he say he smelled weed, just get out. We not fussing and fighting on the side of the road. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So have there been situations where people have done everything absolutely right and something still happened? Sure, but is that happening all the time?
No.
No, that's not happening every day. That's not happening every time somebody get pulled over. Most people have a basic stop every day, just like this, where they get pulled over, they take their ticket, and they go on about their day. You understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
don't let nobody make you feel scared of the cops or anything like that, but you also want to make sure you take the proper precautions so you still have a good stop. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And of course, the best way to not have to interact with the police is what? Not break the law, right?
Yes, sir.
Don't be speeding, put your seatbelt on, don't be riding with your cell phone in your hand, all that stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Like I said, if you get pulled over and you truly don't know, he probably gonna tell you already. And if he don't, just ask him why you getting pulled over. Cool?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's how we gonna keep that real simple. That's the easiest way to keep the stop simple, to make sure everybody's safe, make sure you safe, and make sure everybody get back home to their family. We good?
Yes, sir.
In a nutshell, everything that Mr. Randall told y'all was pretty jam up, okay? One thing you want to make an officer feel is safe. All right, that's the key, because that's what I feel. That's my key to going home, is being safe, okay?
Yes,
Just
sir.
like you want to get home, we want to get home. And I tell everyone, listen, once you're pulled over by the cops, all right, prime example with your license, right? You see how quick he gave me his license, all right? When you turn 16, you're gonna be super happy to get your license, right?
Yes, sir.
So why when you want to show him to me, right?
Yes, sir.
Makes sense, right? Oh yeah,
Yes,
here you
sir.
go, Officer Franklin. Let me show you my license. Man, I got my license. I'm jammed up. I'm good. All right. It's a way of keeping us from doing a lot of stuff. How you doing, sir?
Good job, man.
It's a way of keeping yourself safe and keeping us on our toes. Okay.
Yes,
I'm one of
sir.
those officers that I'm big on honesty. You know, sometimes I may write a ticket. Most of the times I may not. You know, if you know you're doing something wrong, just go ahead and admit it, so we can get everything on rolling and get you on about your business. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The part about putting your hands on the steering wheel, making your hands visible, that's one of the biggest issues that we have. All right, just put your hands on the steering wheel and you can talk to me like this, right? That's not asking you to do too much. All right, it's just asking you to, you know, that way we don't have to worry about you reaching to get some, or if we tell you, hey, could you give me your license and your wallet is on the seat? Hey, Officer Franklin, I'm gonna grab my wallet off the seat. All right, man, go ahead. You know, now you're not old enough to do this, but once you get to the point where you have a weapon in the car, I always let an officer know you got a weapon.
Every time.
Every time. Hey, listen, hey, Officer Franklin, I'm a police officer. When I get pulled over, you know, because we, as officers do get pulled over, the first thing I say is, hey, how you doing? You know, I do have a weapon in the car. And most of them will say, okay, you got a license for that? Yeah, I got a license for that. You know, and sometimes I show them a badge. Sometimes I say, hey, I'm a police officer. I got a weapon in the car, so that they know and they understand. And I'll tell them where it's at. Hey, man, it's over there in that seat, or it's under my seat, or it's in the glove compartment. That way they'll know. That way if you reach in that area, then they got a reason to feel nervous, all right? But if they already know, and you already got your hands on, you don't have to worry.
Yeah, and I personally, like, every time I let an officer know I had a weapon, they usually don't bother you. They don't be like, oh, let me see your license. No, they just be like, all right, bet. And usually what I do, if I have my firearm in the car, while I'm getting pulled over, I put it in the passenger seat so they can see it when they get there. So that way I'm like, hey, weapon over there. And sometimes I don't really have to say much because they already see it, you know? So I just try to make it visible so we already have an understanding of we all trying to feel safe. And if a police officer pull up to your car and you done already let all the windows down and turn the light on, you already starting it off in a great mood.
You've eliminated a lot of questions.
Yep.
You've also eliminated me having to pull out this little flashlight right here and shine it all in your car and do all this extra stuff that you don't like me doing anyway, okay? So if the lights are already on, I'm gonna just look and, okay, cool. I can see who's in the back seat, see what they got going on. I can see everybody in the car, you know, so you've eliminated that. 2 words I want y'all to, or 3 words I want y'all to remember. Get home safe.
Get home safe.
All right.
Cool. I appreciate you so much. You got side of the road, you understand?
Yes, sir.
So have there been situations where people have done everything absolutely right?
All right, I want to know, is there anything that y'all disagree with? After watching that, is there anything that y'all saw that y'all disagree
Right,
with?
and something still happened.
One thing I disagreed with was taking a gun out and laying it on the side of the seat. That's the only thing that I disagree with. All right, because I do carry a firearm on me. I just leave mine up under the seat. Now, I don't say nothing about a firearm unless they ask me. Now, my firearm is up under the seat. It stays up under the seat, you know, whether I'm driving my wife's vehicle or whether I'm driving mine. I don't put it in the glove compartment. I don't put it next to me. I keep my firearm up under the seat because I don't want, if a cop is asking me for something, and let's just say that I just haphazardly throw my license into the glove compartment and my gun is in there and I pull it up and he see the gun, I'm just like, you know, I don't know. Just me personally, you know, I don't want to just have it out and exposed. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's not a really big thing. All right. You know, we can agree to disagree. And here's the thing. I mean, he could be right, you know, but for my conscience, I'm just like, nah, I don't, because I don't want a whole bunch of other questions. If you're going to pull me over, and there's been times where I've been pulled over and my firearm has been on me. They've even asked me, do you have any weapons or drugs? No drugs, but I do got a weapon. Okay. Where's your weapon? It's up under my seat. All right. And they just be like, hey, as long as you don't reach for it, we good. I'm like, I ain't gonna reach for it. I ain't got nothing up under there. All right. So now nobody saw anything wrong with that. But there are certain people in the black community who believe that what he said was dangerous. And this is going to lead to black men being shot and killed. So they say that this guy, the way what he was teaching those kids, That was totally wrong. It's going to do more harm than help. All right, just watch this. Listen to this.
And so much negative and crazy commentary for me trying to teach our students how to interact with the police. And this is just a routine traffic stop. Like if you were speeding or, you know, your tail lights out or whatever, just tell them to be polite, let the windows down, have their hands on the steering wheel, have their license ready when they get there. You know, the basic stuff. So that way you don't have to go reaching, etc. I have been called all types of coons and sellouts and degenerates and Harriet would have left me hanging, etc. just for simply teaching the kids to be polite if the police pull them over. The contrary suggestions from the pro-black community have been to assert their rights to the police, argue with the cops on the side of the road and tell them what you are and aren't going to do for a routine traffic stop. I've been told that this is going to get them killed and I should tell them that they should assert their rights to the cops on the side of the road. They've also said that these cops are white supremacists and that white supremacists have infiltrated the police force. I would feel like white supremacist cops are waiting for you to escalate a situation so they could do something to you. I even had people say, well, you should teach the kids to kill the cops before the cops kill them.
Bro, this is some of the mentality that we're dealing with in the black community. Kill the cops before they kill you. Argue with the cops. Let them know what your rights are. Don't listen to what the cops are telling you to do. This man has a gun. You gonna argue with a person who has a gun and who has the legal right to kill you if you get out of line? How many black men that we've seen shot and killed over something stupid? Black men who have been killed by cops over something stupid when they could have just, all they had to do was keep their mouth shut. How many black men I done saw not even being killed, but who done got put in jail over stupid stuff? All you had to do was just keep your mouth shut, hand a copy license. If your license is suspended, dude, go to jail. You can post bail, and in about a few hours, you'll be out. It ain't like you're going to spend 8 years in jail for driving on a suspended license. I done been pulled over a couple of times with a suspended license and didn't even go to jail. Cop was just like, yo, you need to go get that handled. And then that was it. White cops. Oh! Here's a black man trying to teach young black boys, hey, this is how you avoid being in trouble with the cops. And he brought a black cop to explain this. This black cop didn't have to do what he did. He could have said, and this guy looked like he was on duty. He was in police uniform and in a car and everything. And he probably said, yeah, I probably got about, 10, 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and to, do this quick video. Because this is what is important for our community. The pushback that he got from black people in the black community was do everything opposite of what this guy's trying to tell you, because by him telling you or telling these little young boys how to operate with some sense, that's what's going to get them killed. So basically do the total opposite, which what we've been seeing historically has been getting black men killed. So keep doing that, the thing that's going to keep getting black men killed, instead of doing the total opposite, which is going to keep young black men safe. You can't make this stuff up.
And hey man, I don't know what's up, what's in the juice in our community right now, but man, I even got people still mad because the students are saying yes sir or yes ma'am, as if they're like, oh well, yes ma'am, yes sir was a part of slavery. I'm like, yeah, but people who weren't slaves were saying yes sir and yes ma'am too. Like, again, like anything that has to do with manners, etiquette, common decency, common sense is all white. We've made our existence solely being contrary to white people. Like if you're pro-black, you have to be contrary to white people. If white people suggest or agree with anything, you have to be the opposite. If white people say we shouldn't jump off the bridge because we're gonna die, then we all should jump off the bridge because white people said it. Like, this is what you sound like. Like just the other day in the caption of one of my skill trades videos, I asked for suggestions on things to teach the boys. And of course people were making suggestions. So there's a white lady comment and she said, we should teach the kids, how to, work outside and blah, blah, blah. There's some good suggestions. We had black people under the comments, like just berating her for no reason at all. Like she didn't even say anything wrong. It's under like blah, 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 just going at her throat. Nobody asked you and Caucasian this and blah, 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 all because she made suggestions that I asked for. Like, we really don't think that energy could be used somewhere else. Like, seriously, like, I don't know, again, where we at and what's in the juice, but all this extra anger, etc., and nothing's happening, like, we got to stop. None of the work that I do is for the black community as a whole. I do my work for my hometown of Albany, Georgia. I have been past the point where I've let people convince me that the entire black community is going to be saved one day if we all just get reparations and all the white people die, etc., etc., and we're just going to be the best ever. Ever since I began working in this community, especially with young black men. The only thorns in my side have been black elected officials, black superintendents, black this, black that. Everybody's been black. Like, everybody that's been a thorn in my side has been black people. We have fed our...
Wow. Oh. Is he talking like a white supremacist, y'all? Or do y'all think he talking truth? This man said that every person that he's tried to deal with, the black officials, the people who's supposed to be on his side to say, hey, he's actually doing a good work for the community, they've been giving him the most problems. Boy, look at here.
Our communities. We've given away free gas. We have helped moms with their light bills all the time. We do grocery giveaways every month. Like, all this stuff that I do all the time that never gets posted or talked about is what we do on a weekly, monthly basis. We do this all the time. And this work is mainly helping black moms and black kids. But then you'll say, oh, well, you got white racist people donating to your organization. Then on another hand, you'll say, well, white racist people need to be giving money to black people. So again, I don't understand what's the problem when y'all say, oh, well, white people are donating to your organization, and you say white people need to be given to black organizations. So
you see what I'm saying? Oh, we need reparations. These white folks need to pay. And then when the white people pay, oh, you getting money from white racists. The black community is dead, y'all.
So what exactly are you looking for? I'm just saying, I don't know no white racist people that I think would be donating to a black organization. I don't see why a Ku Klux Klan member would be donating to our organization.
Why would a white racist organization be donating to a black organization? Oof. Man, I don't know. Some people want to. That's just some questions that we need answered, y'all. I don't know. Let's continue.
Teaching black children how to be successful. I don't understand. But anyway, I'll go back to being a coon and all these other racially charged names y'all keep calling me because I want young black men to be successful. Y'all take care of yourselves. Peace.
Ooh, shout out to King Randall. Man, I don't know, man, but us coons and sambos, man. I mean, we've been, I don't know, we've been moving some type of way, man. We've been moving some type of way. Do y'all really think that a lot of us coons or sambos are getting ready to take over? Is this the season of the coon?